Hey, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Abai Buff from the DC Church, coming at you, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Ba'ashim Kadash, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahawashi being who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Ba'ashim meaning in the name, and call me Spirit, Kodash being the Holy. These are the names and the powers that I come to you in order to confess the 100% true, and Lord, who will seal the elect's faith. Alright, Shani Kabaga will record claim number 8, being the devil honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS. In these times, whom the Heavenly Father had enlisted the 100% truth to, and Shalom wa Barak Allah Bakar Shiyasha, peace and blessings be upon the elected nation of Israel. And to the men out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth, to you I say Shalom wa Barak Allah, peace and blessings be upon you. Now without further ado, Lord's will, I'm gonna name this video, you know, it's crazy. Go with God. God bless you. That's insane. I just seen that on the back of somebody else's card. And the name of this video is going to be called We Need Yahawashi. You know, we need Yahawashi Hamashiyach. We need him. You know, there's no other way, there's no other alternative that we have in this world that we can look at that will suffice us and give us the things that we need in order for us to be in a better setting. You know, I be on Instagram Reels a lot, just being honest, and a lot of the times while I'm on it, I'll see like my algorithm is fixated around things that are like conspiracy theories and also things that have to do with food. It'll be a lot of like things that involve like reading ingredients and how certain foods affect your body and what have you. So like I'm really interested in those things, and the more cognizant you become of those things, it makes you realize how bad of a situation we're in when it pertains to every aspect of life on this side in Esau's queendom, man. And you know, there's a high level of chlorine and other elements, other elemental substances that are placed in our water that is detrimental to our body. One of those things being a high level of metals and also a high level of chlorine. And the chlorine is so prominent in the water because it's used as a cleaning agent. But the thing is, I seen a test being done on Instagram. You know, I seen a test video where this lady, she basically dropped some solution inside the water for you to identify the chlorine in it. And then what she did was she poured another, and you could see it prominently. And then she poured another cup up of tap water, and she put her hand in it for a little bit. And as soon as she pulled her hand out she kept her hand in there for like 5 seconds. And as soon as she pulled her hand out, she put the same tablet in, and there wasn't any chlorine. And the reason why is because it's all absorbed by our bodies whenever we happen to shower, you know? And the thing is, you know, also with it being a high level of metal inside of our water, if you turn on the water for your shower and it's steaming hot, your pores open whenever you go inside the shower. And that's why they say get a filter for your shower. You know, I haven't gotten one yet because I wasn't able to invest the money into it yet, but you know, I'm definitely going to do that as soon as I possibly can. But it's like at this point, you know, you're better off just eating just seasonings. Like you're better off just eating raw turmeric. They say turmeric is not even an organic root, you know? So it's so many things. Oh, and another thing about the water too is that the tubing that's created to send water to certain areas, that tubing wasn't made to last a long duration of time. It was only really created to last no more than 75 years. And that's why you have a lot of iron and heavy metals inside of these tubes, or inside of these pipes, I would rather call it, underground, because there's no way to filter it. There's no way to basically cleanse it. So what you have today is the all-out. Really, it's the most detrimental setting a human could ever be placed in. And then Esau adds insult to injury when it pertains to our food. And he's now putting red dye into watermelons. So now when you get certain foods, you have to scrape off the wax. You have to check to see if it was bioengineered. It's like all of these things have to be considered, because it doesn't matter what you're doing. You know, you're programmed, and you're also tainted on every side of life itself, okay? Or what we think is life. Because even when you go to the education system was created for us to be formatted into a slave, into a servant, and be subject to a specific system. You know, we're able to sacrifice all of our time into a system that genuinely doesn't benefit us. All right? And it's the same concept of what's being replicated today whenever we go to work. We allocate a big portion of our time to doing the things that we don't like, and doing just being enslaved, being a corporate slave. And then we have 2 days off, which practically feels like one, you know, especially if you're a man of the Lord, because, you know, you're occupying on Saturdays, which it really feels like one. And then you have these onesie twosie days, which we call holidays, or which Americans call holidays, which are all wrapped around the satanic formations, essentially, and satanic rituals. So it's just like, on every aspect of our life, we are absolutely oppressed. And then when you think about music, Esau wasn't gonna let you have that, all right? Because music can actually heal. So what Esau did was he took that element of what could potentially heal you. Because just like you think about King David and King Saul, you know, he exorcised demons off of him based off of the song that he played for him. And Esau knows that those frequencies will affect our body, because our bodies are electromagnetic. So when you hear certain frequencies, it'll procure a certain thought, or it give you certain spirits. Certain spirits will dwell with you, essentially. You know, because that's really what it is. Certain songs bring a certain spirit. If you listen to a song about adultery, you're gonna end up committing adultery. If you listen to songs about murder, you're gonna commit murder. You know? So Esau integrated himself into that, and he took over that, and he started putting something called industry plans. So, and that's all, these are all things that were prophesied that would happen while it's us being in captivity. And that's part of the reason why the Heavenly Father said the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished in the book of Lamentations chapter 4, verse 20 through 21. 22. All right, because the Heavenly Father said that he's going to put us in the worst predicament possible, which is under Esau Edom, and he's going to allow Esau it says the counsel of the wicked is carried headlong. The counsel of the froward is carried headlong, meaning for a longer duration of time. And that's essentially what's being enacted, essentially. All right? That's in Job, the 5th chapter. Somewhere around 12 or later on down. Okay? These are all things that are happening right before our eyes. All right? And you have individuals who discredit Yahawashi Hamashiyach, and the level of relief that we're going to obtain via the Son of the Heavenly Father. All right? Which all of this being said, because there's more things that I do actually want to add from context or from contextual understanding that I've received through observation. You know, and it's not just that, it's also the monetary system. The monetary system that we're in is set wholeheartedly against us, because Esau plays the game and he plays the trick on the system. And he's really the only one that can. And the only way that you can play the game on the system is if you conform to Esau's ideologies, which is Satanism. All right? And then within that, the scriptures, we have curses on us. So even if you did try to conform to Esau's ideologies when it pertains to monetary gain, you still come up short. You still come up short, because our blessing isn't to inherit the world on this side. Our blessing is to inherit the world and the next world to come. For the first was given to Esau, but the next world to come is given to Jacob. So you have to legitimately go against the morale, the zeal that's within you, in order for you to conform to Esau's kingdom, in order for you to just be comfortable. Because you get the bitter end of the stick, because you're still going to be oppressed like the rest of us. You're still going to eat GMO foods. You're still going to deal with the chemtrails in the sky. You're still going to drink tainted water. And you're still going to be in a position to where you're having to pay someone else opposed to owning. Esau doesn't pay, he owns. Okay? All of these motherfuckers up top are in cahoots with each other. And they don't pay, they own. All right? They got grandfathered in to all of the riches and possessions that they've obtained. Okay? This world was completely set up for Esau to be in power and for Jacob to be in subjection. And that's exactly what you see. And the only man that was created that will be able to get us out of this predicament is Yahawashi Hamashiyach. And that one man is the main man that people discredit, and that people talk against, and people ridicule, and say all manifold things against him. Okay. Nonetheless, above all things, we need Yahawashi Hamashiyach. There's no possible way that we would ever be able to get out of this predicament without the aid and help of Yahawashi Hamashiyach himself. All right. Via the power of Yahweh, all right? Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi. And that one person is the main person that people discredit and say that we shouldn't worship, even day of the circumcision, and also call different names, so on and so forth. And this is the main topic at hand, and this is the main situation in which we're undergoing. But at the same time, above all things, you know, we're not destroyed, we're not utterly consumed, because we have the spirit of Yahawashi Hamashiyach that dwells within us. All right, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahawashi, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, to be more specific, that dwells within us, that aids and protects us from all these elemental things that could put us in the worst form of human functionality ever. You know, in which we're at the very lowest we've ever been. Our testosterone's the lowest. Our thought patterns are the lowest. We don't even breathe the way that we should breathe. We don't even think the way that we should think. We don't even formulate sentences the way that we should formulate sentences. Our level of communication is at an all-time low. That's part of the reason why ebonics were created, for shortcuts, because concise communication has been diminished at its finest. Okay, everything that we can think of that will procure any level of happiness, any level of relief or joy has been stripped away from us. And it's all because we have fallen short of the grace, and we've not done the things in which the Heavenly Father had commanded us to do. This is the enactment of it. And there's only the same man that brought sin into this world is the same man that's going to save us from it. You know, and he's going to bring back righteousness into the world, and he has already brought back righteousness to the world. Okay, because under the laws that we were with before, it procured death because we were not able to follow them. But through Yahawashi Hamashiyach is the only way that we are able to obtain full-on salvation and life. Okay, so we need Yahawashi Hamashiyach. All right, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahawashi Bahashim Rakakadash. We need the powers that be. Okay, we need those entities, that power, and everything that involves it in order for us to be saved and obtain salvation. Okay, so with that, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahawashi Bahashim Rakakadash. Shen Kabaka will ever cause a claim now, but Aith was Shalom, or Barakum Labakan Shasha. Until next time, I can say Shalom.